In this video, you will learn about Autron. It's an AI-powered automation tool which optimizes your advertising campaigns 24/7, handles bid management across all your campaign times, and helps reduce advertising costs while maintaining sales performance. This video is part of the Demo Mondays video series where we invite different Amazon tool creators and we ask them to present their solutions just like this on the screen. If you want to try Autron for yourself, you will find the link below in the description. Hello, Lex. It's nice to have you here. So please tell us, what is Autron and how does it help Amazon sellers? What pain points do you solve?
Hey, AUGUSTAS, thanks for having us here today. Love to speak about Autron for a little bit. So what does Autron do and what pain points does it solve? Autron was sort of born from our founder's own pain when managing his own Amazon account. He realized without ads, you're not getting anywhere. Basically, he set up the account to have a more passive income. But he found himself uploading and downloading sheets day in and day out and changing the bids on his PPC. He realized, hey, I am a machine learning PhD from Cambridge University, so why don't I just write an algorithm to automate it? And I think that's one of the key pain points. The people who really don't want to deal with their PPC, those are helped by our algorithms. Let's see what else. The other real pain points are obviously the financial ones. Agencies are not cheap. So instead of being out of pocket thousands of dollars every month, you're out of pocket about $100 for the subscription. So I think those two things are the real pain points that we're solving for our clients.
Great. And can you shortly introduce what sellers are you targeting with your software? Big, small, or it doesn't matter?
It doesn't really matter. All we need is about 30 to 60 days for the algorithm to fully learn an account and the seasonality within that category. And then somebody's just gonna enjoy Autron. So obviously, doesn't really matter what account size is.
All right. So I think we're ready to learn more about your tool and how does it help Amazon sellers. I know you have a short presentation with an overview of your company, and then we will see a short demo of your software. So let's do it.
All right. So Autron, we recently rebranded to Autron, the anti-agency agency. That is because of the pain points that are often related to working with an agency. Instead of an account manager that shows up a few minutes prior to your call, who briefly skims your account and tells you about all the magical formulas and strategies they're going to implement on your account, we say none of that stuff. So we cut out all the fluff and we just focus on an algorithm that does its job and does it good. That's Autron in a nutshell. And we have about 500 brands working with us right now. And on average, they save about 21 hours per brand per week. And that is the hours that we sort of estimate that they otherwise would have spent on running their PPC campaigns manually. Weekly, that comes down to more than 30 million bids optimized, which is quite phenomenal if you think about it. And 400,000 campaigns are created. So that's a little bit about what we currently have on our platform. Now, you mentioned already what are the pain points. It's time consuming. It is boring. Imagine having to go through that entire learning curve again to finally start managing your own PPC. So that's something that's not just complex, but time consuming as well. Obviously, the agency fees, working with the big five is not cheap. And often you have to lock in for several months or maybe even a year to lock in a certain rate. And then let's be honest, I am a human and I cannot be the machine in whichever automated skill, right? Whether it's a big data analysis or making all of these micro tweaks every hour of the day. Humans just can't do that, and neither can an agency, but a machine does. So that's why we fully lean into automation and away from the traditional agency. So that's what we do. We cut out the fluff. We focus on one thing and one thing only, and that's PPC. We drive ad sales and we don't drive ad spend. Now, what does that mean? We don't get paid for spending your money. We get paid for the results we give you. So instead of charging you on ad spend, we charge you on ad sales, which is one big difference. We trim out the fat. So as you see, I'm not in an office. I'm in my own living room. And that's because we have no overhead. And without the overhead, we don't have to charge the client extra. So we trim out the fat of our own cost. And that means also no account managers. So everything we do is by email and via our chat function. So no no monthly strategy meetups, etc. We think they're not necessary because the tool just does its job. So what does it do? It optimizes your campaigns 24/7. Around the clock, it does the day parting thing. It knows what seasonality is in your account or category. It every hour we get the new data from Amazon, and based on that, the machine does its analysis and then starts making its bid adjustments, keeping your campaigns consistently effective. We focus on maximizing your goals, which is you either say, hey, I want to have max profit or I want to have max sales. And as a sort of restriction, the client can put in, I'm aiming for an ACoS or a TACoS of like 30% or 40%, and that's it. And then Autron says, all right, thank you for that briefing. That is clear to me. I'm going to do that thing. It will then start producing an algorithm for your particular account. We call that the learning phase. Takes about 30 to 60 days. And then after that, or during that, it already starts optimizing. But then after that, you will reap the full benefits of continuous campaign optimization. Now, what else do we do? It doesn't stop at just optimizing what you currently have. Oftentimes, we have clients coming to us from different agencies, and they ask us, hey, what are you going to do exactly with my account? First off, Autron will look into the last 90 days of your account and say, hey, these are the things that go well, and these are the things that do not go well. Things that do not go well, we cut them out. The things that go well, clearly we want to keep on doing them. And then Autron will also start experimenting with keywords. Autron is really good at finding these long tail keywords that you as a human don't really think of, or definitely not bid on, or definitely not that adjust your bids frequently. So that's what he does. He's going to go out, he's going to harvest new keywords, he's going to experiment with it so that you have this entire web of exact match keywords that drive sales for you without you even realizing. It does that by looking at whatever your competitors are bidding on, what keywords they have, and also what keywords you have. The large language feature will just continuously try and find good keywords for your products. It does competitive benchmarking. This is probably one of my favorite features. What happens is the client says, hey, I'm up 5%, it was a good month, or I'm down 10%, it was a bad month. But then we do give our clients the benchmarking. What is your category doing? Is your category going up 5% as well, or down 10% as well? Because then you just you didn't do anything right? You just were the market. So we do that. So in order to have our clients know what the industry is doing, so that they're also informed about where the industry is heading. Sometimes people say, hey, after 2 years, I think I'm done. And we say, no, keep going, because the industry is just climbing and climbing and climbing. So it's not the right time for you to sell your business and leave. Other than that, obviously, we see what the competitors are doing, and that also helps us identify growth opportunities for your brand. Briefly, we introduced a review request. In an Amazon compliant way, we will send review requests to each of your purchases. Our goal is to make the life for clients as easy as possible, and we do that by automating as much as possible. So, and we know that you sell better the more ratings you have and the higher stars you have. So what we do is we have our tool reaching out to the people who bought your product after a certain number of days that the client can set, ask for that review once we know they used their product. Now, very briefly, before heading over to the actual demo of the product, 2 quick case studies, one on growth and the other one is on ACoS. So what happened here? We had a guy coming to us who wanted to scale his business. He said, hey, my current agency partner is unable to support me on this journey in a cost-effective way. What do I do? So as we onboard everybody, we onboarded the seller too, and we said, hey, we're going to optimize your data based on the on your bids on the past 90 days. And we saw a whole bunch of missed opportunities, and Autron therefore instantly knew, hey, we need to scale certain keywords because the LLM told him, hey, these are opportunities that the agency was missing out on. So what he does, he started doing the things that went well. He kept on doing that, and he started expanding the keywords. Ultimately, 150% increase in organic sales through just better ranking on more keywords, as well as a 50% increase in ad sales. So by strategically buying keywords, we were able to grow the organic sales over time as well. And after that, after the client was very happy, he decided to switch back to a more pricey solution. where you do have like the monthly interaction with the account manager. What does it look like? We took over the account halfway through 2022, and then you instantly see, boom, here we go. And then later the client left again. So that's on scaling growth. And the other one is an efficiency. And Autron is really good at looking for the efficiency in your advertising account. So again, oftentimes clients come from different agencies. So they were with an agency, said, hey, there's a very high spend, low efficiency. I get huge monthly bills from my agency, and I just don't see how this works. On top of that, the manufacturing costs for a client had increased. So overall, his margin was being squeezed massively. So he wanted to get to a solution which balances revenue and spends much better in order to create a sustainable business. And he hasn't been with that agency for very long. So he came to us and said, hey, please make my business more sustainable. So here we go. Came to us at an ACoS level, which is nearing 50%. And near instantly, Autron started cutting out all of the campaigns that didn't make sense, cutting out more campaigns that didn't make sense, and start driving the business in a more sustainable way, without limiting the sales too much. Overall, this gave our client a 60% increase in their overall margin, leading to basically the business that you dream of, right? That you just go on a holiday and you have your FBA taking care of everything. So yeah, those are, I guess, 2 success stories I want to share with the viewers here.
All right. Thank you very much. And I think now we're ready to see a short demo of your product.
So let me briefly walk you through what the tool is. So again, our goal is to make stuff as simple as possible. And so we keep it as clean and easy to use as we possibly can. So this is the dashboard of our mock account. So this is the internal trial account we use for testing different things, etc. And it's currently switched off. So what do we do? We have a dashboard, clearly, right? You have an overview of your entire business, but it's just complicated numbers, etc. We want to keep it simple. So what we do, our main interface, the main way the user can interface with Autron is through the goals tab. In the goals tab, a client can simply set a goal. I want to maximize sales or maximize profit. I want to target a certain ACoS or a certain TACoS, and this is the number I have. That keeps my business steady. You click the go button. You click the go button, and he's on. Now, after that, we do have to recognize that different products are in different life cycles. And sometimes when you launch a product, you don't want to restrict yourself to that certain ACoS level. So in that case, you want to set goals on a product level. And you can just simply say, hey, for this product that I'm just launching, I'm going to set a custom goal. I'm going to make this goal, for example, let's say 60 or 70 or 80 because it's a launch product. So we do want to give the client that flexibility. And then we advise people to keep their hands off. We believe in automation more than in the capacity of a human. And the more the human does, the more it interferes with the algorithm. So that's how you use Autron. It's actually very, very simple. Now, obviously, it doesn't just do sponsored product. It also does sponsor brand and sponsor display. For some of these things, you'll need to upload your creatives, whether it's video or branding. Once those are in there, you'll link them to the ASIN that you want to run them on, and done. Autron will start running video campaigns for you. It's as simple as that. For you to optimize towards profit, you kind of need to tell Autron what are your margins, because without that, Autron will not know exactly where your profit lies. And so you give the product the cost price, your Amazon fees, etc., and he will then be able to understand where is the biggest leverage, where do we spend the least on advertising, and where do you make as much money. Conversely, if you take the maximize sales goal, obviously Autron will have a different bidding strategy. It will then be looking at where can I push as many of these products as possible. And again, different sellers have different needs, and Autron caters to both of them. So that's on the goals and the creatives and the products. Now, recently we released a feature, which is the review. We briefly spoke of it. It's very simple. I guess you just stick it on or take it off, and Autron will say, okay, let me go and do some reviews for you. In this case, we ask users after 5 days after delivery for their review. Why? Because we realized that it takes on average 5 days for these users to use the product or have formed an opinion about it. So only then we trigger the review request. We think that by triggering at the right time, the odds of getting a response is much better. And if you have a good product, clearly you're going to get your 5-star rating then instead of nothing if you ask it after delivery. So those are the key features of Autron. It's all built on making it as simple and intuitive as possible for the user and also for the tool.
All right. So thank you very much for this, for showing this really straight to the point, simple tool and powerful in the backend. Can you please share the pricing for the users? I'm wondering, how does it affect if you have a lot of ASINs or different regions?
Yeah. So just like the entire UI of the tool, we try and make it as simple as possible. So we have one plan and it is $99 a month. What do you get for that? You get your unlimited campaign optimization, sponsored products, sponsored display, and sponsored brand. This is for unlimited products. So whether you have one product that does really well or you have 10,000, it doesn't matter because, again, we're not calculating our manual hours. We're just saying the machine does it. So for us, there's no real extra cost to it. So all campaign types and obviously the analytics and benchmarking. And I guess the cream of the crop, you get an onboarding call with me. On top of that, we charge a percentage of your ad sales. Now, again, this is not ad spend, ad sales. So we don't get paid for spending your money. We get paid for the sales we deliver to you. Businesses under 5K ad sales, we don't charge them anything extra, just $99. Now, for everybody who sells more than 5K monthly, they start by paying 2% of their ad sales up to and down to 0.5%. The larger your account, the less we charge. We do that because we want to be aligned with the seller. We don't want to fill our pockets and just, sort of provide a mediocre service. No, we want to grow with the customer. So the better they perform, the better their listings, the better their products. We facilitate to that by lowering our fees over time. Now, if you look at the features here, basically everything is here, right? It's the unlimited products. It is the negative keyword management, all the different campaign types, all of Amazon marketplaces, whether you're selling in Mexico or in the UK or in the US, like many of our clients, not a problem for Autron. Because it's AI, it understands the language of your listing, and that's why it understands which keywords to bid for. All of the business intelligence and reporting is also included. We know that some tools and some agencies are sort of hiding or at least only showing the reports right before the monthly meeting. We don't do that. You have 24/7 access to all of your in-depth reporting. This includes profitability, advertising, sales, benchmarking. It involves a lot of stuff, including search terms, which is the most granular information we can give you. What are people searching for? So all of that is included here, as well as your CAC and your LTV. So for example, in the supplement business, it's okay to make a loss on your first sale because the lifetime value of your customer will be quite high. Also that we do include in the analytics tracker. Lastly, you can also get custom dashboards if you have custom needs. You have unlimited product requests, and obviously you have just our support from the customer service. And if need be, I'm always happy to jump into someone's account and help them.
Amazing. I really want to compliment your one price strategy. It's so confusing sometimes when you go on the website and there are like 5 or 4 different plans. You don't know which one is good for you.
And we try and cut out the fluff wherever we can.
All right. And another question I would like to ask is, are you planning any other interesting features to bring to your users in the next few months?
Yes, absolutely. We're working on, I think, the biggest one that we will be releasing. It's still, obviously, with new European legislation, a lot of issues are there for sellers who sell in the UK. We're working with a bunch of partners on developing a tool that allows people to easily manage the compliance of their products. And we plan to release this as soon as we possibly can, because I think these regulations come into place a few weeks from now. So we're going to help people be GSPR compliant. This includes having a person on the ground that is the responsible person in the region to your documents upload and keeping them compliant. So we're working on that with a bunch of partners, and hopefully we can launch it very, very soon.
Great. Thank you very much, Lex. And those who want to try Autron. You will find the link below in the description, as well as a special offer for you for watching this video. And yeah, I hope you will help many more sellers in our community with your automation. And good luck in your business. Bye-bye, Lex.
Thanks, Augustas. Bye.
I hope this video will help you to automate your Amazon PPC campaigns so you can save your time and money. And if you are interested in trying Autron for yourself, you will find the link in the video description. And if you have additional questions about the software, don't hesitate to leave them in the comment section below, and Autron team will answer them. And if you would like to support what we do, don't forget to hit like and subscribe below this video. And now I recommend you to watch another video where you will learn how to troubleshoot the most common issues in Amazon PPC and advertising campaigns. So check this out.